Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this October 24th, 2024. I hope everybody had a great Thursday out there. So far, everybody has a great Thursday evening. And everybody continue to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather because it's going to be weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be taking a look at the satellite imagery first across the lower 48 and the tropics. And also we're going to take a look at the current weather radar across the nation, also the current watch and warning advisory map, also the GFS model, which boasts what we've been talking about down in the Caribbean Sea. We're going to take a look at it, and also take a look at the tropical weather page, as right now the tropics remain quiet at this time. So alright, if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos, and let's go ahead and get the show on the road here, folks. Alright, you can see here, let's take a look at this little system here over in the Eastern Pacific. This is Hurricane Christy. This was what were the remnants of Nadine that was in the Gulf of Mexico, moved across Mexico, and now is a powerful hurricane over in the Eastern Pacific. You can see the little eye wall there, pretty well wrapped there. You can see it like it collapsed a little bit toward the end frame, but it was a pretty powerful hurricane, and it should still remain a powerful hurricane as it continues to move on off to the west northwest, and then gradually kind of dissipate and weaken as we continue to roll forward. Alright, we got a cluster of showers and storms over in the central tropical Atlantic. Well, this is the remnants of Oscar. Continue to race on off to the northeast. You can see a trailing cold front stretching down toward the Bahamas. Gulf of Mexico got a few cloud cover in it as well, also a little bit down in the Caribbean Sea, but nothing to write home about at this time. Got a little bit of activity, some cloud cover, maybe some showers and storms up across Minnesota, stretching in the portion of Illinois, also in Nebraska, a little bit up in the portion of Idaho, and a little bit of activity maybe over here in portions of Arizona. Alright, let's move on to the current weather radar across the nation. Alright, you can see here's that activity I was talking about around Minneapolis area, down toward Wisconsin, down toward Iowa, also a little bit into portions of Kansas. I don't know what happened there, it just disappeared, the stuff just disappeared, I see. Alright, here it comes back. Alright, like I say, up here around Minnesota, the Wisconsin, the Iowa, the Illinois, back in the portion of Kansas. You can see the showers and storms there. Got a little bit up here around Nova Scotia. That's off a portion in that region there. That is off of the remnants of Oscar. Elsewhere, pretty quiet across the nation, as you can see. Elsewhere, like I said, a little bit over in southern Canada, a little bit of activity there as well. Alright, let's move on to the current watch and warning advisory map for your location across the nation. Alright, you can see here we have some frost advisories up in portions of New York State, down in portions of Pennsylvania, down to portions of Virginia. Also again over here in portions of Kansas, Nebraska, and also Colorado, and also into areas of Wyoming, and a little bit into Oregon State. Freeze warning also in the portion of Colorado. Red flag warnings also posted for you guys in Colorado, down to portions of Oklahoma. Wind advisories over portions of Kansas. Special weather statements stretching all the way into areas of Minnesota, to Iowa, to portion of Wisconsin. Same from up here around to Boston, to Connecticut, down to eastern Virginia, and also to the Washington D.C. area as well. Coastal flood advisories over portions of northeast Florida. Also we have some dense fog advisories across portions of eastern Texas and central and southern Louisiana. Small craft advisory stretching from Maine all the way down to the Outer Banks of North Carolina. Then again over here from Washington State down to Southern California. Also have some high surf advisory on the Hawaiian chain island. Small craft advisories around the Alaska area. Freeze and spray warnings there as well. Alright, here's the big topic here. Here is that potential hurricane here that everybody is talking about. We're going to start it off at 18Z on October 24th. That's today. You can see there's an area of low pressure developing down in the Gulf of Mexico. In the Caribbean Sea, excuse me. And as you can see, it kind of deepens as we go forward. Then it heads eastbound a little bit. Then it kind of turns to the north all the way down to a 977 millibar low pressure. As you can see, as we continue to go forward, now down to a 972 millibar low pressure, also down to a 968. Goes across the Bahamas as a 964 millibar hurricane, heads towards southern Florida, but makes a loop according to the GFS, goes across Cuba, and then eventually off to the north and east coast of Florida, and then eventually out into the coastal waters of the Atlantic, as high pressure kind of pushes it out towards the central tropical Atlantic. That's only one computer model run. I looked at it earlier this afternoon. One brought it through the between the Yucatan Channel here and Cuba, moves into the Gulf of Mexico, made landfall in the Big Bend area of Florida, then it moved into Georgia, then through South Carolina, and then out into North Carolina, then on out into coastal waters. Let me see if I can pull that up here. Let's see, we're right now, and we're on the 18Z. Let's take a look at the 12Z run. Let's see if we can back this thing up here. If we can run it back here some. Okay, this is what I was looking at earlier this afternoon. You can see it went all the way down to a 959 millibar low pressure in the eastern Gulf of Mexico. Then as I continue to go forward, went to a 964 millibar low pressure system that makes a big area in the Big Bend area of Florida. Then it moved on into southern Georgia, then through central and eastern South Carolina with a 988 millibar low pressure system, which would be a strong tropical storm. And then it continues to move on out into the coastal waters and on out into the north central tropical Atlantic, and heads on and kind of dissipates as it continues to race on out into St. John's Island. Also, this model here showed another one behind that system, a 969 millibar low pressure system, also in the Caribbean Sea in the last run. So I don't think we're done with hurricane season yet, folks. Like I said, these model runs going to continue to change, flip-flop for the next few days until that system forms. Then when it forms, then we can get a better handle on it. Right now, we just want to give everybody a heads up of what's to possibly come. One show, like I say, this is the earlier model, takes it to the Big Bend of Florida through the Carolinas. The second one just takes it across Cuba and then through the Bahamas and then on out into the coastal waters. So these model runs are going to be all over the place, like I say, until that system finally forms. Alright, and finally here's the next 7-day tropical weather outlook. Tropical cyclone activity is not expected over the next 7 days. So right now it's quiet, but probably how long will it stay quiet? Not very long before that system develops. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Like these videos, share these videos, consider subscribing once again, and also enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got. And we'll catch you back in the next video. So have a wonderful Thursday evening, folks. Take care.